The judge has been making announcements about YNW Melly's release from jail, and today it was shared. Update. A judge gave the Broward Sheriff's Office until December 16th to explain why YNW Melly should not be released from prison after requesting a 10-day extension. If no explanation is given, YNW Melly will be released.
YNW Melly hopes that a new lawsuit filed on his behalf gets him out of prison. The lawsuit accuses the Broward Sheriff's Office of cruel treatment and violating his constitutional rights. The rapper, whose real name is Jamel Demons, is accused of murdering two of his childhood friends back in 2018. Now, he hasn't been able to see or speak to any of his family members for the last 3 years, according to the lawsuit.
However, the concerning part is that YNW Melly should have already been released. As of December 7th, according to the original deadline, that is when the prosecutors had to submit the reason why Melly shouldn't be allowed out. However, the judge decided to extend it just to help out the prosecutor. This has been Melly's reality for the last 5 years, with the feds able to do anything they want to him with no consequences, just as Bowie said about YNW Melly.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. They waited all the way.
Penalty.
So it'd be 8-4.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know, they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah. They could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't.
YNW Melly has been treated very unfairly, which is why Melly's mother is suing the county jail, according to a report. YNW Melly is suing the Broward Sheriff's Office for cruel treatment and is seeking immediate release. Melly also claims that he has not been allowed to see or speak with his family for 3 years. As described, YNW Melly has been living in a freezing cold jail cell with no edible food and zero human contact. It was even shared that his conditions have been extremely harsh. An interview with Melly's mother paints a disturbing picture of his life in jail, making it sound like he will not last much longer. Her local news station then called her in for an interview, where YNW Melly's mother was seen ranting over the fact that Melly was granted a mistrial, essentially beating the case, yet he is still left inside a jail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
However, this would end up getting the attention of Charleston White, who reacted by saying that YNW Melly shouldn't be living like this and shouldn't receive any special treatment just because he's a rapper.
The YNW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated when you done chose to play somebody.
Melly's mother would end up reacting to Charleston White, showing that she's extremely unhappy. She feels absolutely heartbroken for her son because he's not even being treated like a human inside the jail.
You saw Melly's statement just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life. As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
With all the back and forth between Melly's mom and Charleston White, this then got the attention of Bowie, who spoke on the stress that Jamie King has been going through and shared the true situation behind it.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
But this is when the feds created a 6-page evidence file explaining the reasons why YNW Melly should not be released from jail. I was able to find them online. You tell me if you would release him if you were a judge. The file outlines that the Florida Police Department arrested YNW Melly in Borland on February 13, 2019. Melly was granted a mistrial in the case on July 22, 2023, but he has remained in jail since 2019, while Borland was only in jail for 4 days. The police have wanted Melly from the start, and this dates back to the interrogation of YNW Borland in 2019, where Borland hints that he might be the innocent one throughout the interview.
And I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit. And you telling me, you telling me about shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. I'm driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna be worried about it. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not for you to worry about.
Shit crazy, bro.
But if you tell me it happened there's gotta be some evidence there. There's gonna be broken glass, just like there's broken glass over here from when you guys open the doors and stuff like that. Okay, there's gonna be broken glass over there when the windows got out. There's gonna be casings from the people at your car. Okay, there's gonna be evidence over there. Okay, right now, there's nothing. I kind of think I know what happened because I got information.
Ever since this interrogation, Melly has been the main suspect, as the police believe he's the one guilty of committing the crime. They would then present new evidence revolving around a rogue Oblock member who shared a secret that YNW Melly told King Von. Allegedly, Melly was asking King Von for advice on how to handle a situation where his two best friends, Sack Chaser and Juvie, were trying to come after him for financial gain.
Did Vaughn really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Vaughn was mad at me. Bro, why you put that, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
The YNW Group is an actual registered business where YNW Melly and Borland would perform concerts, sell merch, and do promotions for companies, all in exchange for money. This money would flow through the YW LLC. Sack Chaser and Juvie wanted a cut, despite doing zero work for it, believing that the profits should be split 4 ways. However, Melly and Borland didn't want to give up any percentage. If you know anything about King Von's past and how he handled situations, you can likely guess how Von would have advised Melly to handle it. Authorities are alleging this as the motive for the crime. But when you pair it with the evidence found on Melly's phone, things take a darker turn. He sent a text message hours after the crime, literally admitting to it.
PG Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
Also found on Melly's cell phone was a saved video from somebody's Facebook Live, showing Melly and Borland's reaction to the crime just 6 hours after it was committed.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! No, still turned, regardless of what happened. You already know.
The video showed not even an ounce of sadness from Melly and Borland for the passing of their two best friends. Knowing how Melly handled it emotionally, the lead prosecutor would then dive deep into the physical evidence of the crime, such as the Jeep they were driving in. They would bring up evidence from the trial where Sergeant Williams revealed that there was no way this could have been a drive-by, and the person who committed the crime had to have been sitting in the back left seat.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes. From the the driver's side back seat.
As to Christopher Thomas, where did that originate?
Driver's side back seat.
No. Is it possible for there to have been 2 inside that car?
No.
Why not?
There is no time assignment, which is to determine if this is a drive. And my determination was that this is not a drive-by. And it's based upon this picture here, which is a very good picture to describe it. All of these rounds are done. One is done at a stationary position. At a stationary position, when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that to create the little bit of it that you see there.
Okay, a lot of information in that answer, so let's break it down a little bit. You mentioned so I'm gonna zoom in on site.
With Williams revealing that the crime must have occurred inside the vehicle during the original Melly trial. This is when we saw YNW Juvie's mother take the stand and share who was sitting there.
And are you related to one of in this case?
Yes, I am.
How's that?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Miss Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.
And Jamel, is that the defendant? Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.
With their reasoning for YNW Melly to stay in jail already being pretty strong, they still filed an extension. This was because they ended up targeting YNW Melly's partner, YNW Borland, who was just thrown into jail. This could also affect YNW Melly's release.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Borland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
As YNW Borland's house was raided by the feds, they found insane paperwork stuffed into a suitcase. Inside, Borland had drawn out on a piece of paper all the jurors in Melly's original trial, according to a report. Here are images of alleged notes discovered during the raid of YNW Borland's home last week. As filed into the Broward clerk's office, Borland showed up to the original Melly trial for one day. When leaving, he drew out on a piece of paper where all the jurors were sitting, a description of what they looked like, and even their names. To understand how serious this is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Borland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house. Like, god damn. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the fuck on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. Like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.